Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for the May Team Fit and Vision call. We've got a special guest speaker tonight, so I'm super excited to cover lots of information and hear all about social media this evening with Amber Snow. But first, I do have a couple of announcements that I just want to make. I want to remind everyone that we are in May, so there are some new challenge packs on sale. We've got the size challenge pack that was 160 is now 140. The size kickstart was 205 and it's now 180. The Insanity Max 30 challenge pack was 180 and now it's on sale for 140. And the Insanity Max 30 Kickstart was 220 and is now 180. And also don't forget that the 3-day refresh is going to go on sale May 16th through June 9th, and it's going to be $10 off. And for those of you who have not registered for Summit and got the email to purchase your ticket and things like that, get on that right now. Get registered for your track. I can't believe we're already in May. It's coming up quick. Check out also hotels and all that jazz. I know it's been hard this year finding that, but I know there's been a lot of openings because some people just can't make it. Also an announcement of if you hit Success Club 5 this month, you get an exclusive invite to the webcast hosted by Brian Tracy. And also if you hit Success Club 10 in May and June, and you earn a minimum of 25 points between the 2 months, you will get invited to the Success Club party at Summit. So that's huge, guys. That's really cool. I got to go to the Success Club party last year, and it was a blast. And lastly, I do want to mention Carl's Challenge. If you guys have not downloaded the My Challenge Tracker, do that. He is giving $500 off every Friday. So you want to make sure that when you create your challenge group, you have 3 participants that have downloaded the app themselves and they've set up their profiles, and you have to post at least 1 post to the group. And on Friday, Carl will select 10 winners randomly, and on Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and the winners will be announced on the National Wake Up Call on Monday. So all through May, that's what's going on and everything. So again, guys, thank you so much for joining us this evening. And again, I want to introduce our amazing speaker. We've got Amber Snow, and I do want to give some information about her and her accolades, because I think when she wrote this to me, I was like totally like taken back by some of her amazing accomplishments. But she's been 60 months at Success Club, guys. Is it 52 months, Amber, at Success Club 10? I think
53 now. What? Because it's a new one.
And she is 3-time elite. She is a top 10 coach, and she is at number 5 within that top 10. And she is a 7-star diamond. She has 11 lifetime diamonds. And the most important, I think, is that she has lost 110 pounds and has obviously changed her life dramatically. So without further ado, I want to introduce Amber Snow.
Hey, guys. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm wearing my little microphone thing. My team complains when I don't wear it. So Sherry invited me. It's pronounced Sherry, right? Is that okay? Sherry invited me to speak with you guys and kind of gave me a few topics. And because I know how I go like really into things. I said, how about we pick one, or we're going to be here for like 6 days. So I have all these things to say to you on specifically how to stand out on Facebook. I really want to teach you guys how to post on Facebook in a way that gets people to come to you versus unfriend you, block you, roll their eyes, so on and so forth, which is what we're all like kind of worried about, right? Like we don't want because we've all been I was gonna say the victim, but like they're not like victimizing us, but the nails and the mascara and the damn stretch pants, like they're out of control on Facebook, right? They're making it actually really difficult for us to do our jobs. And I think they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot a little bit by behaving in such a way that's so salesy on Facebook. And when people go on Facebook, you have to think about this. What are they opening up their newsfeed to? Annoying political memes and like rants. That's all over the place right now. News of like abused animals, abused children, people who got murdered. You're like, okay, great. Like, feel wonderful about my life today. People venting, people saying things like, I just need to vent or rant over, like all that stuff. Like, they're not getting inundated with positivity at all. So there's all the negativity. And then what else? Sales. They're being added to another group. They got invited to another event. Someone's selling something, throwing up a link, saying whatever, join my team, and this is on sale, and you should buy the thing, and really vague things. Like, I see the Scentsy girls do it all the time. I'm placing an order. Let me know if you guys need anything. Placing an order of what? I don't even know what to say right now, right? So this is the Facebook experience from the end user's point of view. They're like, sweet. So they come on, get sort of, depressed about the world, roll their eyes at all their friends. Maybe they then vent as well about all the stuff they just saw. And then they leave and they don't really want to come back. So how can you stand out in that hot mess? It's actually really easy, right? Because everything I just described sucks. So who are you really competing with? You're not even really competing with any of that. You're competing with adorable babies, puppies, hilarious memes, useful articles, things that are funny. You're competing with the stuff that doesn't suck. And that's actually harder. Because honestly, if you guys were only competing with all the stuff that totally sucks, you really could post whatever you want and you'd be fine because you'd stand out as not sucking. But not only so, they're already kind of in a bad attitude when they get here. And then that stuff kind of puts it that way, right? And then you have the people who, but then you're competing with all the stuff that makes them laugh, that makes them happy, and it's kind of few and far between. So you have to stand out in this newsfeed. The way not to do that is to do what everyone else is doing. Post stock pictures of things that are on sale. Post the same sweaty selfie in the same, the same angle that makes you look skinny for 100 days of your workout. Like, it's just, that's not gonna cut it at all. That you're not gonna stand out. And you know what I find, you guys, is that so many coaches get so frustrated because they're working and they're posting and they're trying, and then they leave and they say it doesn't work. And that sucks because it does work. What you're doing isn't working, but it doesn't mean the business doesn't work. It means you need to do something different, right? But I see it all the time. I've built my team to well over 1,000 coaches. I've seen a lot of people come and go. I get a lot of those coach cancellation notices coming through, right? Because there's so many of them. And I see people get up on themselves all the time because they say, I gave it all this time. I tried so hard. I did all this work. Nothing happened. And if the issue is the same thing as like practice doesn't make perfect, perfect practice makes perfect. If you're practicing the wrong things, you're not going to get good at it. We have to do the right things, right? So that's kind of the context for the stuff I'm going to go over. I hope that helps a little bit about what was in my head when I was putting this stuff down. So I want to give some really, really basic tips that I think are relevant no matter what you write about. And then we're going to do an assignment right here on the call that's going to give you some actual stories to share on Facebook. And then I'm going to tell you how to handle when things are on sale or when you want to share something Beachbody related. And then how to deal with Facebook events, how to use those in a proper way because they are a great sales tool, just not the way they're being used by a lot of people. And then I'm going to give you 2 books that I think you should read. Sound good? Okay. So some really like basic tips that I think you could even put these on a list and give them to your brand new coach, and they would help them so much. Whenever you start any post, start with a sentence that makes the reader want to keep reading. You have to assume they don't care what you have to say, they don't want to read your stuff, and they have no interest in what you've just posted. It is your job to the first sentence to be a question, a attention grabber, something that gives them a reason come read what you said. So I did my Transformation Tuesday post on my Facebook page today. The very first sentence was, wow, my life is so much different after losing 100 pounds. Now then I go into what's in the picture and what the story is about. But now they know that I'm going to tell them a story about how things are different because I lost 100 pounds. Well, now they know I lost 100 pounds. They might want to read that. I mean, they're following my page for those reasons, but it makes sense, right? That's my audience. What if I just went into the story? Like, in one of these pictures, I'm wearing a black dress, and in the other picture, I'm wearing colored pants. Like, no one gives a crap about my pants or my dress. Like, they're not, this isn't my mom. My mom would probably read it. My mom, as everyone well knows, drinks Herbalife and doesn't want to drink my Shakeology, so she doesn't care about my posts. So it doesn't matter what I post to her, right? Doesn't matter. Oh my God, you guys, she bought size the other day, like from the infomercial. I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? And she texted me this morning. I got those little colored containers for like the carbs. I didn't even ask. I don't even care where she got them. It's fine. I don't even want to know. But anyway, so she might read my post, but clearly I'm not going to sell her anything. But what about the people who actually might become your customers? Not my mom. You want to give them a reason to read. So actually, a huge tip, you guys. I see this. It kills me. People just go into this bleh, and nobody wants to read that. Second one is you need to understand that people are on their phone. They need to look at your post and think it is not going to take them a long time, which means you don't put more than 2 sentences in a row before creating a space when you're typing. 2 sentences, space. Maybe 3 if you're feeling crazy, but definitely not in the first top part. When you read my stuff, it almost looks like I don't know how to use paragraphs. You're like, does she just go sentence, space, sentence, space, sentence, space? Like, what is she doing? Is she like double spacing this whole thing? Like, what's happening? But it's because if you were to look at that on a phone, the way that it wraps around, it looks really easy to read. And Chalene Johnson put this really well. If it looks too long, they won't start reading it. But if it is long and they start, they'll finish it. But you can't scare them away. And then using emojis is always good. Color is good. You see the way they look on Instagram, right? Like everyone's like, oh, that's so pretty, the little descriptions. When you do that on Facebook, they really do stand out. And then make sure that even if the person reading it never bought anything from you, it still would have provided some value. So like my Transformation Tuesday post, it ended with like, I really hope you're going to choose to uncover the person that's inside of you right now. Like, here's a story. I'm letting you know you can do it. Yes, I would love it if you did that with me. I think that would be great. But even if you read this and we never had a conversation, it probably inspired you in some way. Even though it's 3 paragraphs, like it's just a little thing. Here's where I was, here's where I went. You can do it too, right? So those 4 tips, if like I could tell every coach in the whole network, give them a reason to read it, format it in a way that's going to keep them reading it, make it adorable and colorful and make it stand out. And no matter what, it has to provide some value. So I know those things are really simple, but honestly, you guys, new coaches don't think about this. And the faster you can get your coaches writing in a way that gets people's attention and stands out, the faster they'll have success, the more likely they'll stay. That means your rank stays. It makes you more mentally, in the game because you feel like this is possible. Like it really does matter how fast you have success in the business. So just from a mental standpoint. So those are my 4 tips for copy. I have 4 tips for pictures. And then we're going to do the assignment and we're going to show you guys how to do this. So make sure they are clean and clear. I have some people on my team who post the blurriest, sweatiest, craziest pictures, and I don't even understand what that is for. And they don't even have like a story. They're just like, here's my fuzzy face. I'm like, I don't even know what we're doing right now with this. Or they'll try to post a picture of their food. And I'm like, nobody wants to eat that. Well, one, I don't know what that is. Could be stroganoff. It could be rice. Cause it's just a pile of white, because the pictures are terrible. You guys, remember, who are you competing with? Not like the abused animals and the murdered babies, right? You're competing with adorable babies, adorable puppies, hilarious memes, blurry pictures are not going to fly. Not going to fly. You got to get that on lock. If your phone sucks, get a new phone. This is a business. That's just what has to happen. So clean and clear. If you're going to put words on it, make sure they're easy to read. I think sometimes we get, ladies, I'm just going to call it the girls here, we really like our fonts to be fun because they're just so damn cute. But no one can read that on their little tiny phone screen this big. What? Join my what? They can't read it, you guys. No, it's not a good idea. It's got to be clear. They have to be able to read it. It's got to be a good size. Don't get artsy and be like, I'm going to put this light pink over this white and we'll put some flowers on it. No one can see that. Black and white, yo, black and white. So just make sure they can see it because you're going to feel like you're trying really hard and nothing's going to happen and you're going to feel like nobody cares or nobody wants my stuff when they couldn't read it. Like they can't see anything, right? I always recommend your pictures, if you're going to write on them, if you're going to post a picture that has any words on it, it needs to be a question or a quote, not information. I don't want those pictures that are like, join my challenge group, and it's this long list of bullet points of all the things that you're going to get out of their challenge group. One, no one can read that. That doesn't tell a story. And now not only am I not compelled to read the story that you wrote or read the information you're giving me, but I'm like completely turned off. Like now I already know, she's trying to sell me something. I don't even care what you said now. Couldn't read it. It looked terrible. It wasn't appealing. It didn't stand out next to the puppies. And now I don't even care what you said. So you could have written the best post in the world, but that's like writing an email with a terrible subject line. Huge waste of time. No one's ever going to see it. Okay? So I understand that you guys want to get the value of what you're doing out there. There's better ways to do it because you are going to turn people off immediately. But if you suck them in with a story and a great beginning sentence and a beautiful quote or a question or a selfie, selfies, people love them. They do. If you put a story with a selfie, I don't know what that's about, but they do like them. Not a blurry one, right? That will actually get them to read what you have to say. And you've got a lot better chance of them moving forward with you if they've actually read what you have to say, gotten to know you a little bit, kind of got a feel for your heart versus, you trying to feel their wallet. It's kind of how people feel, right? And then I always say like crop caption filter. Like there are so many amazing tools out there. If you're putting a picture online and you're representing your business, why did you don't even care like what it looks like? You do like there's all this ceiling or your laundry is here. Like, and sometimes you're, making a post about the laundry, and that's fair enough. Because that's very relatable. But if you can crop it, if you can put words on it, if you can put a border on it, like if you can filter it, I mean, don't make it all like gross and like full of stuff. Don't make it busy with like captions and stuff. But I mean, use the apps that are out there. There's so many available tools to you guys. If you go in, I'm a Droid person, so I have the Play Store. But if you guys go in iTunes, no, that's not it. Yeah, no, that's right. Oh, okay.
It's
okay.
the App Store.
The App Store. I'm like, the place where you get the little things on your phone, go there. And like just put in Photo App and look through the pictures of what it does. You'll find them. I know the iPhone people have Rona or Rana. We don't have that on Droid, but I hear it's amazing. And I use Photofy. I use PhotoGrid. I use Fonto. I use VSCO Cam. I use a lot of them. Let's just say, okay. Because they all do different things. I will get a thing I want to do, whatever. So you guys, it takes me like an extra 15 seconds to like make the colors a little brighter or whatever. So why do I do that? It's not a vanity thing. You guys should see my post-workout pictures in my challenge group. I look tore up. I do not care what I look like on the internet. It doesn't bother me at all. But I know what I'm competing against. Again, it's not about me. It's about what else the user is seeing. How do I stand out? Well, if my reds are a little redder, they're going to stand out. It's that simple. So those are just my copy and picture quick tips. Like we could end the call here and you give this to brand new coaches and they would save themselves a lot of trouble. But now we're going to do some real work. Okay. So I need everybody to get a piece of paper that you're not doing other things on. I mean, you could be, but I'm going to make you fold it in half. So then you might be sad that you have to fold something you've already been using. So I'm going to use my notes. You're going to fold it like a hot dog, not a hamburger. Do you guys remember that from when you were a little kid? Oh, guys, really? It's so, oh, she remembers. Hot dog is this way. See, it's a hot dog bun. But a hamburger is the short way. Oh, guys. I had to teach my husband that. He's an elementary school teacher. I hope he knows that. I'm going to have to tell him. I want to make sure this lives on. This is important to me. Yeah, perfect. Nailed it, Kimberly. If that was the end of the assignment, that'd be really funny. Everyone's like, yeah, feeling good about myself. Okay. Now I have somebody from my team on the phone, and I know he's probably done this, but we're going to do it again. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to write across the top. You've got 2 columns now, right? That's what's happening. You've got 2 columns. First column, which is the left column, is going to be customer. And then the other column, the right column, your other left, is coach. Okay? So I want you guys to think about when you went from being a customer, and this can be like, not technically, it's fine, but like from customer to coach. Even if you signed up as a coach, but you weren't coaching anything, you never went to a team call, you never did that, like that's customer, okay? Customer and coach. So there's a dividing line. And now some people, like myself, signed up as a coach from day one. I was like, hey, you know what's good? Discounts. You know what I need to do? Lose 100 pounds. Why don't we just work this all out, right? It made perfect sense to me to do that. It made sense to me. So for me, I use my customer column as sort of prior, like being part of the gym community, meeting my coach, maybe following your coach on Facebook, watching someone's transformation, doing research, being around the Beachbody world. But you'll see what we're going to do with this in a second, so you guys can define that for yourself. But what we're going to do is on the customer side, you're going to write down 10 bullet points. Just bullet points. They don't need to be long. Of things that being a customer has done for you. So being in the Beachbody space, maybe trying Shakeology, maybe not trying Shakeology yet, maybe just doing a workout program, maybe getting a sweet deal on T25 on Craigslist. I don't know what it looked like, but what did being a customer do for you? 10 bullet points in the way that Beachbody has done something positive for you before you signed up to be a coach. I wish I had my list. I've done this assignment so many times. Maybe I do. So for Lisa, I know you signed up to be a coach right away. Some of the things that I wrote down was, it gave me hope that maybe there was a solution. It got me thinking about what was possible for me. I felt cared about or listened to by my coach. Things like that. So like, I know they weren't like actionable things, but I did experience some things. Oh, are we gonna have to go? Oh, we could use my Zoom. My Zoom lasts for a million years.
Thanks, Amber. I got my 10. I'm good.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now you guys are going to do the same thing on the other side from the moment you became a coach to now. And you're going to write all the stuff that coaching has done for you. It doesn't have to be income, it doesn't have to be business. It can be, going to Summit. It could be going somewhere for the first time, community, personal growth, personal development, whatever works for you guys. Sherry, while everyone's writing, do you want to have everyone hop off and hop back on since we're writing right now? So we don't run out in the middle of what we're going to do with these stories. You're definitely muted, so I hope you're saying yes. I don't know.
Sorry. I'll set up another link and I'll put it on there and I'll send it to you guys. Okay, hold on, guys. Keep writing. I'm going to do another link, okay?